we all share. Most of us have probably all came to Tech and didn't know that many people. Second, we've all probably heard of LinkedIn. Most people have a LinkedIn page, and maybe they have contacted with other people on there. And lastly, that we're all trying to find jobs. For me personally, I began Tech not knowing a single person. I transferred in and I sat in a class which there was 30 other people in there, and I wasn't there at all. I was the only one that I knew, didn't have anybody to study homework with or anything like that. But another thing that I would like to tell you is that you do figure out, you do connect with one or two people, you know, you have friends, you meet the guy next to you and you talk with them. And sometimes you're in situations where you live in a house and you have new roommates, so you become friends with those guys. So you eventually have a group of, say, 4 or 5. And from that 4 or 5 groups, you get places like here. John, for instance, was a roommate of mine through a roommate of another roommate type of deal. Camilo, who you guys, some of you have met before, he was actually another roommate of mine. And through the two of them is the way I found out about this club and the way I've met all you guys. So I would just like to finalize my final statement and say that, you know, through connections, you're able to find a family at Tech, and you're able to use these experiences to get a job, hopefully. And lastly, I would like to say that if you guys are on LinkedIn, please connect with everybody. You know, Tech is a family in itself, and when you guys are looking for a job, it's very important to be connected.
You had 0 ums and 2 you knows, and that's great because I remember your first time you had 12, and I think how you did that is you slowed down your speech.
Yes.
So it's very, very good that you got rid of those verbal distractions. Time?
2 minutes.
Volume?
I would say your volume was pretty solid for the most part, and that your voice really carries. And it did help that you did slow down your speech and have those pauses to really let it carry. So that was good. It could have been a little bit louder, I would say, but it was, I could hear you. Your body movement was pretty solid, I would say. And that you really did that triangle well. You did it pace, and you made sure you hit each of the throughs. Maybe at the end, if I was picking, you could have ended a little bit more slight towards the middle, but it was a very solid job of not pacing and dividing the room to throughs. Would you agree, Dr. Watson?
Exactly. One thing though, could I just say, so when you are though pacing, one thing I did notice about your body movement is you did move over there, but with your leg, you tend to lean. So you're almost on one dominant leg, and that could be a verbal distraction. Just make sure that you're on both legs and you distribute your weight. But you did a good job pacing, but just be aware that you are leaning.
How would we say with Scott's eye contact?
You had really solid eye contact, but you didn't use your eyes at all. So your mouth moves, and you had, you varied between a grin and a serious mouth, but all of your emoting, all of his facial expression was down here, nothing above the nose, really. So use your eyebrows, because you have the reason. Just like that. See, you can't let your eyes.
Hard, man.
No, I know. But that's the thing, is your facial expression was fantastic from here down. So next time, try and use your eyebrows more.
And I'll say also for eye contact is when you're over there, make sure you look at Oswaldo and I as well, because when you were over there, you tend to look over there. When you're over here, you tend to look over here. So make sure even though your body's facing that way, you still scan.
Right, it's that searchlighting effect. Even though you're here, you want to look at your whole audience like a searchlight. Just kind of scan that way and then continue your awesome movement.
Okay, exactly.
How would we say with Scott's hand gestures?
I thought they were appropriate. I thought they were very, very varied. They were opened. You understand that was speed of delivery?
It was good speed delivery. Oh, it could have been like a little bit faster at certain points, but it was good that you took pauses instead of doing ums and ers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was more clear.
Improvement that you did.
It was a definitely good, just, I like the slow, steady pace, just add time, speed it up a little bit just to keep it. It was good.
No.
Much better.
Thanks.